spectators engaging in such behavior are subject to ejection and possible arrest. Please report any violations of these rules to the nearest usher, security guard, or arena staff member. Join us next month for T-Wiz Youth T-Shirt Night. All kids in the arena get a shirt from their favorite mascot. You can check out our website for all future giveaways and promos. A reminder that you can still...
How can the Wizards not be confident when they look as good as that? Here they were, headed to the locker room earlier on. It's that time of the year. Happy holidays, everyone, from 2K Sports as we get set to bring you some mid-season NBA action. And tonight, it'll be the New York Knicks going up against the Washington Wizards here in Capital One Arena. This is Kevin Harlan courtside with Greg Anthony and Brent Barry. David Aldridge will join us momentarily from the sidelines. And here we can check out the story for Jordan Poole.
And you can see the surge in his level of confidence lately just by looking at that true shooting percentage. It's been moving straight up in the past 5 games. I think he's feeling it.
So a look at our starters for the Knicks. They've got Reed. Bridges out there with Jalen Brunson. Then it's OG Anunoby, and it's Towns in at the center position. And for the Wizards, they've got Sarr. Jordan Poole is out there with Koulibaly. Then it's Sadiq Bey. And it's Champagnie in at the power forward position. So, Brent, at this point of the season, do teams still have time to figure things out?
I think there's always time, Kevin, to figure out where you are. Again, the expectations in the early part of the season about how competitive your team was going to be, that's critical in your decision-making as to what you want to do with the roster. But if you think that you can get into a deep playoff run, you've got to be honest about how these parts are fitting in and whether or not you need a change.
And as MP told us at the start of the season, he wants to be at the top of his rookie class. Seen by everyone as the clear-cut standout. How would you qualify his performance in that regard?
I think MP should be pleased with how he's done in that pursuit. Maybe not completely satisfied, since I know he's wanted to be the best, but he's done better than many other rookies in that class. And he likes to get in a rhythm early. Nice triple.
And the call will be against the team. That is his first foul of the game. With a short break in the action, gives us a chance now to send it over to David Aldridge.
Thanks very much. Brian Keefe gave me a few minutes to catch up, and they're focused on limiting one of the best shooting bigs ever in Karl-Anthony Towns. Now, Coach said earlier, Towns is a machine on the offensive end.
And again for 3.
Well, we expected him to come in firing. It's just another three-point barrage.
What a phenomenal run it's been for him. Nearing 5th on the list of most triples in a season. Well, when you survey Jalen Brunson going from role player now to all-star, what a ride. What's been the key for him?
I just think it's confidence, Kevin. I mean, simple confidence. I don't think there's one point where Jalen Brunson didn't believe that, not that he was the best player on the court, but that he was going to be the best leader. And that has translated into him producing some massive scoring and assist nights for any team that he's played on. This guy is a winner.
And stolen by Sarr. Bey with it. He's picked up by Anunoby. Pass to Poole to the right side. Now about 2 minutes gone here in the first quarter. Comes up empty down low.
We're not going to see that very often. The defense in the vicinity, but still, he's not one to blow layups.
Reed misses.
Well, after nailing the first 4 shots of the game, some relief for the defense. They finally missed one.
Puts the move on. Poole, no good.
And even though it didn't go down, he did some nice work to get that inside.
For the 3. Drills it from outside. Reed's got 15.
Pretty easy right now. Clear out, give him some space, let him get to work.
And we've got a timeout called by Brian Keefe. This will give him a chance to discuss some potential alterations.
Here they are, your Wizards Rangers.
Brogdon's checked in. And with this chance, let's quickly go to our rookie leaderboard and find out who the top assist men are among the first-year players. Fifth on the list, Alex Sarr.
A number of gifted passers entering the NBA this season, and he's right up there among the very best. I like what I've seen from him as a distributor.
Poole the pass to Brogdon. To the inside, Sarr, and good, coming on the assist by Brogdon. And that's now 6 points for Alex Sarr. Here's Reed. And again, New York with the triple.
Yeah, great outside shooting, really fueling this run.
Wizards trail by 12. And the way the Wizards like to play, Greg, you can expect them to get out and run.
Yeah, they're young and they can fly, right? They've got speed and athleticism to get up and down the floor. They'll push the tempo as much as you allow.
In a moment now to quickly take a look at the offensive approach for the Knicks.
Absolutely dialed in from beyond the arc so far in this one. The defense is surrendering the long-range shot here early on.
Let's make sure that that selfish nerve doesn't get tapped, because right now there's great ball movement. They're setting each other up.
Brogdon's got the ball here for the Washington Wizards. They trail by 6. Defeated by the Hornets in their last game. They'll try to put that one behind them.
Yeah, a snowball effect in that one. One thing would go wrong, then another. Really the story of the game.
Yeah, it felt like just the entire roster was stuck in neutral. There was nobody offensively that could get anything going.
Rashawn Holmes out there with George. Then it's Sadiq Bey. Then it's Marcus Smart, and it's Brogdon in at the 2. That's the group on the floor right now for Washington. Getting the latest now from our sideline reporter, David Aldridge. David, it's all yours. Take it away.
Hi, Kevin. Well, D in that last outing against the Magic was terrific. He scored an amazing number of points, and he reached that total with some superb shooting from deep. That stat line was really unbelievable. It's something you really had to see to appreciate. Back to you guys.
Yeah, David, he connects again from distance.
9 in and 9 out. You can count on him to stretch the defense and just open up the floor.
Would you believe he's now tied for 5th most triples in a single season? It's amazing. Again, Brogdon missing.
Hate to say it, but if they're still trailing at the final buzzer, a lot of this is going to be felt by him. He's shooting
good. Another from 3.
Now claiming the mark for hitting the 5th most threes in a season. Wow.
A tremendous feat. It's incredible how he can control the game from the perimeter. George with no one around. And he can't answer back the three-pointer offline. Goes up on the high post. Reed misses. Wizards trail by 12. And Malcolm Brogdon, Brent has moved around a little bit in his career, but he's always found a way to contribute.
Well, I think coaches appreciate, Kevin, the way that Malcolm plays the game in terms of his efficiency. They can always use that ability out there. A guy who makes solid decisions with the ball and is a knockdown shooter with high percentages.
Pass to Holmes. Now here's Bey. Looking to end the run. And he lays it up and in. And that's now 7 points for Sadiq Bey.
Nice strong finish by Bey, meeting the defense's challenge.
For 3. And again for 3. You can tell he is feeling it.
Kevin, he's on fire.
Pass to Brogdon. To the paint. Here's George. It's rebounded by Anunoby. So for New York, their last game, a win against the Magic.
Mental toughness on the road. The arena was rocking, but they just got down to business and never let up.
Impressive to see them on the road just step up and have that kind of offensive performance.
And the call will be against D. That's his 4th foul of the contest. Johnson, he's checked in for Washington. And New York with a change here, too. Payne, he's checked in for Miles McBride. And we've got a timeout call by Brian Keefe. And coach has decided they need a moment to talk things over. And Washington going with a whole new group here. Now we get a chance to check out the standings out east already. We are in December. You look at the Knicks. And not a surprise, really, to see them sitting there in that #1 spot in the conference. The excellent brand of basketball they've been putting on display lately has been terrific. And, of course, the Wizards. They have a lot of ground to make up.
And seeing where the Knicks are, they had pressure on them coming into the season.
The New York Knicks in command with a 16-point lead as the buzzer sounds. They have made it very tough to get a shot off against them. Their defense has been stifling. We'll get right back to the action when we return.
Thanks for tuning in. Welcome. A clinic in execution so far, as it's been a dominant showing for the New York Knicks.
The offense has been well engineered, kind of like diesel engine, but much, much more advanced. More like a jet.
Yeah, that diesel engine going to show you real power when that camera turns off.
And how about we move it on over for a preview of who we might be seeing in the dunk contest this year. And that concludes halftime. Now time to send it over to Kevin Harlan as the game's about to resume.
And with the second half upon us, we'll find out if this game becomes the route that it's threatening to be. We're seeing tremendous gameplay from D.
Yeah, and through the first 2 quarters, he has been the offense for this team.
Yeah, he's shouldering the load right now and looking really comfortable while he's doing.
He's checked in for a chew.
Tee up on them. Don't let them breathe, all right?
Here's Reed. Connects from three-point range. Reed's got 36.
Okay, good game plan. Start the second half. 3 of 4 so far from the field.
And New York looking at who they've got. Bridges out there with Jalen Brunson. Then it's Karl Anthony Towns. Then there's Reed. And it's Anunoby in at the small forward. Offensive struggles continue, missing again.
And they've got a big lead, not just on the scoreboard, but really in the rebounding numbers as well.
Connects again from distance.
He has been on the money from deep.
Yep, definitely looking to shoot it as much as possible. Time now to turn to our sideline reporter, David Aldridge. David.
Hey, Kevin, the NBA has split its draft into 2 days. League's executive VP and head of operations, Joe Dumars, says
He got it again. Sensational.
Yet again, he's reached 40 points. He's close to having the 4th most 40-point games in a single season.
Well, we've seen it. He's been on fire all season long.
D has been just completely helpless and turned around. He's so dangerous when he's in this kind of rhythm.
And now we're being joined by our 2K insider, Shams Charania, who's calling in with a good story. Shams, what do you have?
Hey, guys. The Wizards' #2 overall pick, Alex Sarr, wanted to be in Washington, D.C., and his defense gets him on the court right away. Not to mention, the Wizards are in a rebuild, and if his offense comes along, he could be a foundational piece for this franchise. Everyone's excited to see the development of Alex Sarr.
You're right, a big piece. Okay, Shams, we appreciate the reporting. Free throw good, Sarr. And while the offense is developing, Alex Sarr is already a huge presence at the defensive end.
Yeah, along with being a great rim protector, he's a 7-footer who can really slide his feet on the perimeter. He can switch on the guards and make them work for their opportunities.
Looking at who's out there now for the Knicks. Miles McBride's checked in for Anunoby, and it's DeLon Wright in for Jalen Brunson. And so he makes both from the line.
One big thing you love about Alex Sarr, he's got that 7'4" wingspan, and as he gets older, he'll fill out that frame plus add to his game.
Reed, and again for three. You can tell he is feeling it.
Kevin, he's on fire.
Pass to Bay. And it goes for the 5th time in 10 shots for him this game.
Ending up with a close look. That's a great trip down the floor from Saddiq Bey.
And Wright kicks to Reed. The three. Carries it from three-point range. Reed's got 49 points in the game.
Yeah, that's too good a look to give him from behind the arc.
And here's Bay. Pass to Poole. Jacks up a three. And the rebound goes to the Knicks.
And with the success they've had rebounding the basketball, they're right where you'd expect them to be, firmly in the driver's seat.
Changing ends quickly. He's rewarded with a high percentage look.
Yeah, the defense trying to do their best to slow him down, but when he gets room like that, you got to look out.
Bay kicks to Poole. Can't connect from short range.
Maybe there are ways to contribute that don't involve shooting the basketball. That's the best way that maybe he can help them out trying to win this game.
For the Wizards, George is checked in for Bay. Malcolm Brogdon comes in for Coulibaly. And Smart subbed in for Jordan Poole. And then for New York, Achua, he's checked in for Towns. Landry Shamet comes in for Bridges. And Cameron Payne subbed in for DeLon Wright. And Sarr throws it down.
Again, it's the rookie, Alex Sarr, having a monster night, giving us a preview of things to come.
Payne finds Reed. Lets the three fly. Rebounded by Smart. Washington shooting pretty terrible here in the third quarter at around 30%. Wizards making a switch here. Holmes checked in. .116 left to play in the third. Wizards passing it around. George passes to Smart. There's the three. Nailed from three-point land. Smart's got his first bucket of the game, and he's on the board for three. Here's Reed. New York, no good that time either.
You could see he wanted to get him back. Sadly, he couldn't capitalize from outside the arc.
Outside, Smart. Brogdon scanning the floor. Great open look there. Brogdon's got 7.
You got to be leery of Brogdon. He takes good shots most of the time and knows when to let it rip.
Pass to George. We've got 28 seconds left in the third quarter.
Things are going south right now. This is not the type of shooting that his teammates expect from him.
Here's Reed. And another one falls.
And it's hard to believe how many times he's lit up the scoreboard like this over the years.
He's coming very close to tying the mark for 4th most 50-point games in NBA history.
And next up on this list, Harden. And just like Harden, he's a determined scorer. When he gets on a roll, the defense is helpless.
The first one falls.
And he's the glue that holds this team together. Brogdon's calm demeanor and lead by example approach is so valuable to this squad.
And that one goes in. 2 from the line that time.
This is as good as it gets from the charity stripe here in the second.
Payne with it. 7 points in the game. Fires for 3. The shot off that time. And so it's New York rolling along with a 27-point lead as we wrap up the quarter. From the field, they have been outstanding. Amazing shooting. That's what has them headed to a blowout. Don't go anywhere. We'll be right back. And it's time to bring up the State Farm assist of the game.
Dan, he's always been the favorite to bag this honor. These kind of feeds are his bread and butter.
Doesn't happen with every point guard in the league as far as setting your teammates up. Lots more scorers now, but right there creating the scoring opportunity for his teammate.
And there have been 2 very different performances from these teams today as we get going in quarter number 4. We've got Malcolm Brogdon. Johnson is out there with George. Then there's Rashawn Holmes, and it's Smart in at the point. That's the group on the floor right now for Washington.
These bigs can really put some force on the rim. Achua falls directly in that category.
On the wing, Johnson. He's covered by Shamet. From deep, George hits the 3-point bomb. George has got himself going there. His first points of the game in the deep ball. Up top, Achua. GA, what effect do you think the rule to limit flopping has had since it was put into place in the NBA?
Well, I do think we're seeing less theatrics, and there were fines before, but a flop now might impact the game itself. So I'd say it's been a bit of a deterrent.
Here's Holmes. Rebounded by Tucker. The Knicks shooting has been just fantastic, around 65% tonight, getting exactly what they want when they want it. Here's Wright. And no good. Good work defensively by Smart. Pass to Brogdon. About a minute and a half through the fourth quarter now. Misses the step-back jump shot. For New York, they've gone 2 of 3 from the field to get the fourth quarter started. Here's Golick. So no problem for New York as they get the win. To come into an opponent's building and dominate the way they did tonight says, I think, Greg, an awful lot about this team.
I guess they don't need home cooking to feel at home. I mean, Kevin, just a masterful performance all the way around.
And that about wraps it up. For Brent Barry, Greg Anthony, and David Aldridge, this is Kevin Harlan saying thanks for watching. We'll see you later.